having to shell out $5 million. What's happened to that money? That's a question. And why can't we negotiate in good faith? Because the teachers represent where the rubber meets the road in terms of our students' education. Are you interested in educating kids? This is for the entire board. And if you are, why aren't you thinking about doing the right thing? And I'm looking at each one of you individually in terms of where you stand on this. I think I have enough time for you to answer.
Yes, you actually have 1 minute and 11 seconds.
You guys can talk.
Appropriate people answer the question, please.
In terms of the memorandum of understanding, it's a routine relationship that we have between the Board of Education and the prosecutor's office.
He was just asking about the spelling of Marlene. That's all he was asking.
And I wanted to know what that was about.
Through the chair.
Also.
Ms. Silva, could you also address the accuracy of, or inaccuracy of the 60 teachers that retired, as far as none of them being replaced, or if they are?
Mr. Finger.
I will defer to Mr. Finger.
Yeah, actually it's 51 teachers retired, not 60.
At the amount of how much?
No, that I can't answer. But that would be improper, it would be negotiating in public, and the board doesn't negotiate in public.
I don't want you to negotiate.
Mr. Waters.
We can't do this.
He'll answer the questions. You do have to give him the latitude to answer those questions. So, Mr. Finger, if you could just...
Without using numbers and dollar value, I will say this. It was 51 teachers have retired, of which we've hired back, including what's on the agenda for tonight, 23 out of those 51.
And now it's 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Tracy Tiff. Thank you.
Yeah, there was one other question that was asked before Mr. Tiff goes to Mr. Finger, and it won't be negotiating in public. The question was simple. I think the question was, what if there were quote-unquote savings between the number that we had and the number that we've hired? You know, what are we doing? Are we using it for surplus? Are we using it for other line items? Is there a specific place? You know, you don't have to say how much, but you know, I think the public wants to know if we're, not to use a bad word, they want to make sure we're not squandering the money.
Well, without using actual dollar numbers, I can say this: the district, when we negotiated with the township the defeated budget, we had to cut $2.8 million out of salaries. So what was saved from the retirees, plus what I will say this, what we replaced with the 23 out of the 51, and what we had to cut out of the budget, basically it's a wash. We're right where we should be. We cut out $2.8 million, and the number that we've replaced, there's no savings, no surplus. We've used it.
Thank you, sir.
It'll be on
Mr. Tiff.
little yellow things that are riding around.
Tracy Tiff.
How you doing?
One question as
Just
well.
before you start, Mr. Tiff, I am giving Ms. Silva, Ernesto, or Dinana's information he gave me for her to contact me. Let me start again. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible so I have time to get the answers. Page 1, letter A. My question is, I see that they're still purchasing textbooks. School starts in about another 3 weeks. Will those books be in and ready to go before when school starts? Number 2, I see page 3, letter S, that the after three program will be continued. I was wondering why Spruce Street School wasn't included in that program. Also, number T, the district cell phone use for a new supervisor. I don't know who, can explain that. I'm not sure for Adina. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right or wrong. Yes, Adina. Okay. Also, the discontinue, page 4, letter double B, the discontinue of the latchkey program for Oak Street School. will there be a replacement for an after-school program for that? And then we get rid of the last school program. Also on page 4, letter Z, the approval of the contract, Mitch, if I'm pronouncing that right, Associates. Was that a open bid, biddable contract? Were there other firms that could have applied for that? That's page 4, letter Z. When I get to 3 minutes, let me know, please. Oh, page 7, letter 8. There's a list of teachers that I see who applied for a summer curriculum writing program. Summer's over. Did they already have this course already? And they're just looking to get paid for it, or it's something that they're looking to go to for next summer? That's one of the questions. That's page 7, letter 8.
All right.
Am I 3 minutes now, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. Now, you actually are 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
The page 13, the consultants, I see that you have 2 listed here. One's making $30 more than the other. I just need to know what is the one that's getting paid $100 an hour compared to the one getting paid $70 an hour. What is the $100 person doing that the $70 person is not doing? There's a $30 difference in that.
I think we have a lot of questions to answer.
Yes, a few minutes, thank you.
First question I would like for the dais to answer would be the question regarding the textbooks. We need to know if all of the textbooks were ordered from the buildings as described, if they're all going to be here on time, and if we have our books at the level that we indicated there was a lack in that.
We ordered, I believe, and Mr. Finger can correct me, but it's at least $250,000 in new books for every school. All the orders are in. The purchase orders have been submitted, and we have sent them to the companies. We are, as we speak, been calling the companies to make sure that we receive them on time. Principals are waiting for them, so we're very optimistic that the books will be here, but be assured that they have been ordered.
All right, just Mr. Finger, you corroborate that that's the fact?
And I'll go now through all the questions Tracy asked on my agenda.
Okay.
As far as this transfer is concerned, yeah, the transfer is on here because we needed to find additional funds in order to buy even more textbooks for the high school. And yes, all the orders have already been sent in place.
And that number that Mrs. Silva stated was approximately correct, about $250,000?
Probably a little more than $250,000. I know the high school loan is over $160,000 just for the high school.
Yes, we didn't have to.
Now, let me go through, make
4 minutes and 20 seconds, just letting the board president know that.
Go ahead, answer the question.
Tiff, your next question was which one now, about Kimball Medical?
Yeah, the Kimball Medical,
Okay,
school street's not included.
The proposal that they put into us had Clark Clifton, and Oak Street on it. Now, depending on how much Title I funding we get, that program could be expanded, or if we don't get enough, it could be made smaller. But right now, the initial proposal that they gave us, which they also gave to New Jersey after 3, was just for those 3 schools.
But we are looking for additional grants. I'll be meeting with the individuals next week so that we can include the other school.
Now, as far as the cell phone, Ms. Weiss is supervisor-related services. She has been for several years. To just be real honest with you, we have approved in the past who gets a cell phone. Now, Mr. Anderson, who's no longer here and happily retired, we're actually giving his cell phone to Ms. Weiss.
All right.
You know what?
5 minutes, 20 seconds.
All right, that's it for now, Mr. Tiff.
Thank you.
I did miss Carol Cousins, that wasn't on purpose. Carol Cousin writes as her address, Elliott.
How about the number? Going back to your question.
I have your number.
I'm sure. I have yours too.
I'd like to first of all congratulate all of our paraprofessionals who passed. As an educator, we always anticipate the beginning of a school year. You look forward to a new classroom. I was always one of those ones in August, ready to begin. However, Many of us that are here today are looking at the fact that we've lost a lot of staff, and also that we're going to be getting this year with no contract once again.